let's get going on this one. First of all, I'd like to, thank each and every one of you once again for coming along. And our first speaker is going to be Richard Deboo. Richard is a long-time animal rights campaigner who's originally based in the UK but has moved to Belfast over the last couple of months. Richard was part of the political party Animals Count, which is a group specifically set up to get the animal's voice into the corridors of power. Richard also wrote a book entitled 9 Steps to Eden, and is a regular speaker at UK animal rights events. Richard, step right up. Here we go. Woo!
Thank you very much. We're the mad ones. The ones who are mad to live, mad to love, mad to be saved, desirous of everything at the same time. The ones who never yawn or say a commonplace thing, but burn, burn, burn like fabulous yellow Roman candles exploding like spiders across the Milky Way. That's us. Now, I steal those words, of course, from the Beat Generation writer Jack Kerouac, because I believe that they perfectly, precisely encapsulate who we are and the place and the space in which we find ourselves. Stood separated, seemingly isolated from the mainstream of society that meanders around us, we are utterly, irresistibly drawn not only to animal welfare, not only to animal protection, but to animal rights, and animal rights comprehensively expressed, defined and enshrined in law, as we ask that everyone in our society, whether human or non-human, be able to live out the fullness of their lives free from all abuse, exploitation and violence. The cruelty of the zoo and the circus and the racecourse, the laboratory and the farm and the slaughterhouse, banished for all time. Thank you. It's not a lot to ask for, and it is what we should ask for. It is what we must ask for. A lot of people, we know, think us hysterical and sentimental, impractical and unreasonable, or terrorist or extremist, hardline, hardcore, hardwired to zealotry, in a ceaseless, restless roller coaster ride of provocative, emotive action, reaction and counteraction. In equal measure, it seems, we agitate and irritate, and our words, our demands resonate in the ears of those around us, in the rest of the world that is not mad, apparently, that surrounds us. But I am glad to count myself amongst the mad, because all of that does not make us bad, it makes us right. When we protest and demonstrate, when we petition, lobby, clamour and call for change, for real change, to change the world, it makes us right.
Yes.
Not for us, the shadows in which to hide, the sidelines on which to stand, bystanding as the world goes past, because we have chosen to stand in the bright light of justice, burning with the fire of compassion, and driven within by the unstoppable power of love. Of course we are right.
Yes.
No matter that we may be mocked, ridiculed, scorned, derided and castigated, we are right anyway. Words of criticism and opprobrium are as nothing set against the towering majesty of justice, allied to the overwhelming forces of love and compassion, who all are our constant companions. Of course we are right. And because we are right, that is why we stand here today. And that is why we stand firm in our call for animal rights. We are intractable, implacable in our opposition to all exploitation, resolute and unyielding in our demands, because we know that justice by halves and quarters is not justice at all, and because we know that compassion offered only to the few is not compassion at all, and because we know that love denied to the many is the enemy of love itself. Yes. So we can't be bargained with, we can't be haggled with, We can't be bought with favours. We can't be corrupted by empty gestures. We can't be compromised by false promises. We don't collude with cruelty and portion off the rights of one against another. We don't offer a sacrifice of lives to secure a benefit for ourselves. We don't bow in deference to authority or yield to pressure or acquiesce in the face of injustice, because what we do is justice. What we do is compassion. What we do is love, and love does not fail. So we do not waver. We do not falter. We neither slip nor stumble, but walk strong and determined towards that future that we will make present, towards that world that we know will be ours. Step by step, word by word, action by action, we create that world where none suffer because of who they are, because of the species to which they belong, because of the count of the number of their legs, because of their fur, their flesh, their milk, or their eggs, just because they happen to be born a non-human animal and not a human animal. In our world, this world that will be ours, none of that will matter at all. All that will matter is love. We do not have that world today, and there are so many that we cannot save today. I know that you, like me, have stared into the dark horror of hell at the blood-soaked nightmare and heard the cry of agony. But we have not averted our eyes. We have refused to turn away and close our ears. We have chosen to see and to hear and to know and to look through our tears to bear witness to them, those gentle, beautiful ones. And we have chosen to reach for them, to stretch for them, to comfort them and care for them, to know them and cherish them, and to live our days in memory to them, and to fight for them and those who come after them, to know that the future for them will be that day when we can say, that day we fought for is today, that day is today, that day is today. Because we may well be the mad ones, we are also the amazing ones, the extraordinary ones. We too are beautiful ones. Because we're the ones who live moment by moment with passion in our hearts, with justice on our minds, with love running and burning like wildfire through every vein and every vessel, every muscle and every tissue, yearning and desiring freedom, safety and sanctuary for all, justice and compassion to all, love in all its wonder and its glory, given to all without exception or selection. Now that's us.
Yeah.
We're the ones who will make the world what it's supposed to be. We're the ones who will recreate the world the way that it was always supposed to be. We're the ones who will give to the world the love that was always meant to be, and we're the ones who will grant that chance of joy and happiness and freedom and gladness to our animal friends that they always deserve to be theirs. That's us. We're here today because we believe something, because we feel something, because we know something. We're here today because we know what tomorrow will bring. We're here today because we know we're going to win.